Hi, I'm Pat, and this is Winter, my furry travel companion. Together we live on my 35-foot sailboat with big dreams of traveling around the world.
Compass points to the south, yes I left my past to the north. I just went to set the course, 'cause I don't care where I'm going. Let's run away, just you and me, beyond where the eye can see. Let's run away, just you and me. We'll harness the wind and we'll tame the sea.
We're just anchored in Ladysmith Harbor. I'm here for a month and a half because I'm doing my courses to acquire my 60-ton master's ticket, which allows me to be a tugboat captain. So I'm here for a few weeks, and I'm just anchored in the harbor because I really don't want to be in a marina. But so last night, there's a fire a few hundred kilometers inland from Vancouver in Hope, and look at this. It's so thick that it's kind of like fog. You can't see. Normally there's really good visibility. Oh yeah, Winter and her ball. She goes crazy. It's her favorite toy. Loves that thing, but it's so thick. I don't think it shows too well on the camera, the thickness of the smoke, but I can feel it in my throat, and like it doesn't feel too nice because like I don't know how long it's gonna last, but it's not nice to breathe the smoke in, and I can only imagine how bad it is on the mainland and anywhere closer to the fire, so yeah. Glad not to be there. But I think I'm better off staying on the water than going inland because it looks a lot thicker the higher up you go. Like normally you can see up these mountains pretty good, but you can't even see the mountains now. But yeah, check out how dirty they are. That won't help the solar production, but the batteries have been full nevertheless. So we're gonna give a try to sail off anchor. It's been a while since I've done it, and I mean, it doesn't matter that it's been a while. Conditions are quite perfect. So here it goes.
There's a lot of colors, I don't know where to go. See a lot of colors, only feeling blue. There's a lot of colors, lost within a haze. Don't rely on others to get you through the maze. The dreams are not the same for me. Standing by the shore while you're on the open sea. Cannot take this anymore. There are a lot of voices drowning in the sea. There's too many voices talking back at me. There are a lot of choices waiting to be made. Too many choices making me afraid.
I suck. I forgot to press on record while raising the spinnaker, which it's been a while since I've used it. Well, that was short-lived because now the wind is right on the nose. There's traffic everywhere. And this guy looks like there's a sailboat way over there that looks like it's going downwind, so that doesn't look good for me.
There are a lot of choices waiting to be made. Too many choices making me afraid. Dreams are not the same for me. Standing by the shore while you're on the open sea. Cannot take this anymore. The dreams are not the same for me.
It's now 4:45, so we actually lifted the anchor at 4 o'clock. So it took us, I don't know, half an hour to do like 0.1 of a mile, and then the wind switched because I was trying to do the wing on wing with the spinnaker, as you've seen just a second ago, and it's just not a lot of wind. And now the wind switched like 180 degrees, and it's now from the south. So, and we're trying to head southeast from Ladysmith. We're going to Montague Harbor, which is on Galliano Island. We're actually going to a Blue Water Cruising Association. Yeah, no, Blue Water Cruising Association. Jesus, why am I freezing up? So yeah, they have a rendezvous at Montague for the kind of end of season. Because like not a lot of people cruise in the winter. I'm the only crazy one most of the time. So we're going to meet up tomorrow morning in Montague. So I'm not sure right now if I'm gonna make it there tonight, because I just don't feel like, I don't know, it depends if it's a nice night, like I might keep going in the dark. So we've been motoring at just about 3 knots, around from 3 to 3.5 knots or so, and we're drawing I think it was 1600 watts. Let's go and check, because I have this really awesome app on my tablet that I wish I had a good enough tablet that could display both the plotter and the electrical at the same time.
The open sea cannot take this anymore. A certain shade of blue.
Wind was nice while it lasted, but it's gone now. So we're back to motor sailing, and so earlier we motored for about like 20 to 30 minutes, and when I stopped motoring, the batteries they kind of get back up in voltage, and they were back up to 53 volts, which is basically like nearly full, and it's still got a little bit of sun coming in, but not much. It's so low down on the horizon now that it's not really putting out much on the solar panels because they're so flat. But it looks like it's going to be a gorgeous sunset though. So right now we're at 52.5 volts. We're using 1000 watt to do 3 knots, which means that we would be there in like 2 to 3 hours almost. But right now I could sustain that for 8 hours, so it's not a bad option. So 2000 watts. Now we're doing 3.8 knots steady. It's interesting to think that the first 1000 watts I can get to 3 knots, and then I increase another 1000 watts, so I'm up to 2000 watts, and now I'm doing 4 knots. Let's see if I increase. So this is 1000 watt increase, which is just about 3000 watts. We're a little bit over 3000. You can really hear that motor now. So we look at the speed now. Make sure we're not running over traps because we just passed a few. Now we're at 4.6. how long I can sustain that for. We're now down to 2 hours and 58 minutes. Just about 3 hours at 3,000 watts.
Dreams are not the same for me. Standing by the shore, while you're on the open sea, cannot take this anymore. The dreams are not the same for me. Standing by the shore, while you're the open sea, cannot take this anymore. Cannot take this anymore. Cannot take